Shalom. First and foremost, when I start this lesson off, by giving all the praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Honors to our brothers who are fervently preaching the word in sincerity and in faith. Shalom to the sincere Akwath, which are the sincere sisters, and shalom to the scattered Israelites who are amongst these heathen nations and look like these heathen. Now this lesson is going to be based on this vehicle that crashed into a farmer's market and injured several pedestrians. So through the Spirit, I'm going to read this article, get some precepts, and Lord's will, you're edified. It says Wilmington police are investigating a crash that injured several pedestrians on Saturday. According to police, a vehicle entered the Wilmington Farmers Market in the 5400 block of Oleander Drive. Officers responded after the vehicle drove into the market and struck multiple people, according to the Wilmington Police Department. Several victims were taken to Novant New Hanover Regional Medical Center with injuries that were believed to be non-life-threatening. Wilmington Fire Department crews and EMS personnel were also at the scene assisting, police said. Investigators believe the driver may have been experiencing a medical issue before the crash. The investigation remains active, and police said additional information will be released when available. Yeah. And like, the men of the Lord have been saying, times are getting scarier. People doing simple things like going to the farmer's market, just, nothing wrong with that. And next thing you know, somebody in a car just plows right into them. Just next thing you know, they're in the hospital and got hit by a car. But this is exactly the sort of judgments that the Lord is bringing in these last days. And this is why the men of the Lord are constantly saying that you have to be circumspect. You always have to be aware of your surroundings, and you also have to stay prayed up before you leave the house. First of all, when you wake up in the morning, send up prayers. Before you leave the house, you send up prayers. You ask the Lord to protect you, because you just never know what's going to happen. You never know when or where or how the Lord is going to bring judgment. Zephaniah 3:5. The just Lord Yahweh is in the midst thereof. He will not do iniquity. Every morning doth he bring his judgment to light. He faileth not, but the unjust knoweth no shame. And that's right, the Heavenly Father is in the midst of every judgment. Car crashes, hit and runs, shootings, stabbings, kidnappings, fires, storms, tempests, earthquakes, all of these different judgments the Heavenly Father is in the midst of. He's the one who decides where these judgments are going to hit, when these judgments are going to hit, how the judgment is going to play out, who's going to be affected by it. The Heavenly Father is the one in control of all of these things. Psalms 9:16. The Lord Yahweh is known by the judgment which he executeth. The wicked is snared in the work of his own hands. Higgaion Selah. And once again, there is no getting around the fact that these are the judgments of the Heavenly Father. It's not random, and it's not an accident. Even if the person behind the wheel was having some type of medical issue, that was judgment upon them. Because you're driving, and then the Lord has you have a heart attack or something. That in itself is judgment. That was judgment upon the driver. And then if they said they don't know for sure, but if that person was having some type of medical issue, and that's what resulted in them crashing into the farmer's market and injuring those people, the Lord just used one judgment to cause more judgment, or to bring forth more judgment. Psalm 7 and 11. Yahweh judgeth the righteous, and Yahweh is angry with the wicked every day. And that's why every day wicked people get wounded and killed, because the Lord is angry with them. These wicked people, these wicked men, wicked women, and wicked children are daily provoking the Lord unto wrath. And that's why every day these type of judgments happen. Car crashes and shootings and stabbings and all sorts of other judgments. Because that's how the Lord is punishing these wicked people. And that's why I said, you never know when or where these judgments are going to take place. So whenever before you step outside, send up those prayers and ask the Lord to keep his hedge of protection over you. Because those people who were at that farmer's market, they were not expecting that to happen. The person who was driving the car, if they did experience some type of medical problem while driving, they were not expecting that to happen. So judgment could literally happen to anyone at any time. Like, it is scary out here. And the scriptures tell us that it is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power. Hebrews 10:31. It is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power. Yeah, because you just never know. You just never know when and where those judgments are going to happen or how they're going to happen. And you don't know how severe those judgments are meant to be until after it happens. Deuteronomy 32:39. See now that I, even I, am he, and there is no power with me. I kill and I make alive. I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. And in this particular judgment, the Lord wounded several people. Non-life threatening injuries, but nonetheless, they got wounded. And these are exactly the type of judgments that we should be expecting to see a lot more of. People having medical problems while they're driving, and then they, swerve and crash into a farmer's market or into a park or into a restaurant or something. And just a lot more car crashes in general. Rollover crashes, head-on crashes, people getting T-boned, all sorts of judgments. Because the Lord, he's not playing. He is bringing heavy judgment upon these wicked people that he is angry with. And the men of the Lord keep warning people that all their wicked actions are going to result in them being paid a visit by the Lord. But these people, they don't believe that. A lot of people out here are very simple and very ignorant. And they say ignorance is bliss. And that ignorance is going to get a lot of people put in the spirit world. Or a lot more people, I should say. And through the spirit, I've been saying that this summer was going to be full of judgments. And we haven't even really gotten in the summer yet, and you already see what's playing out. First Peter 3:12. For the eyes of the Lord are over the righteous, and his ears are open unto their prayers. But the face of the Lord is against them that do evil. Yeah, so like I've said, for you sincere brothers and sisters, always send up prayers, because the Lord, he's hearing them. He hears your prayers. But for these wicked people who are out here doing evil and angering the Lord, he is against them. And he's going to continue to bring all different kinds of judgments upon them. All different kinds of terrifying, deadly, severe judgments upon them. And that is them reaping what they've sown for being wicked and for provoking the Lord unto wrath, thinking that there were no consequences for their actions. So with that, I'm going to wrap it up here. In closing, I want to give all the praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakudash, the Wadi Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, for putting the spirit on me to do this lesson. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Honors to other brothers who are fervently preaching the word in sincerity and in faith. Shalom to the sincere Akwath. Shalom to the scattered Israelites who are amongst these heathen nations and look like these heathens. Hope you all stay strong, stay safe, stay fervent, stay circumspect, stay prayed up, and Adawan Ratazah. Till next time, Shalom.